Welcome to another segment of An Executive You Should Know. I'm glad you could join us. This segment, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Greenville Technical College. They make it possible for me to sit down and talk to folks that you might not know, that I might not know, and this is certainly the case today. Today I'm here with Stacey Bevill. Stacey is the owner and a professional coach at Golden Career Strategies. And Stacey, I'm so glad you could join us. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad you are here. Let's talk about you for a second. Now, if I remember correct, you are not originally from here. I think you're from up north somewhere.
That's right. I'm from upstate New York, near the Saratoga area.
Right.
And I came here in '89 and will probably never leave.
Yeah. Well, you've been here a long time. You're a South Carolinian right now, and I can't imagine you going anywhere now
Yeah,
after
me
you've been
either.
here that long. Well, it's good to have you here in the upstate. Let's talk about Golden Career Strategies for a second.
Sure, yes.
Tell me about that company, and let me tee you up from this standpoint. I did not know it until recently, but Golden Career Strategies, you shared with me, was named after a gentleman, and his name was Mr. Golden. Forget the first name, but tell me about him and tell me about the company.
Yeah, so Miles Golden created Golden Career Strategies in 2002, and it was focused on the individuals in career transition, mostly CEOs. And I worked with him in the background as his marketer, and then after Miles passed, he sold, the company was sold to Steve Olson, and then Steve passed it on to me. So I'm so excited to carry this forward.
Right.
And some of the biggest changes we've added is a lot more services and leadership development and career transitions for anybody in career transition. And then also a division for manufacturing and service companies.
You're basically a professional coach, right?
I am.
You help executives in that regard, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you've always been entrepreneurial by nature. I looked at your LinkedIn account, and I noticed that from a very young age, you have been doing something on your own.
Yep. When I was just a kid, I sold the most Girl Scout cookies, and that was a really big deal because we lived in a rural area.
Yep.
And I stayed in the city
Right.
to sell cookies and walked home, which was a pretty big deal. But had my first 40-hour week babysitting gig at 11. So, and then I started Ask and Receive, which is a small marketing company. I don't do so much with that anymore. But 24 years ago.
You were working 40 hours a week babysitting as an 11-year-old.
As an 11-year-old, yep,
Well, you must have been taught a good work ethic by mom and dad.
definitely.
Yeah. What made you decide to go into leadership coaching? How did that fall into your lap?
Oh, I love this question. I love leadership coaching because the leader has so much power in creating the culture and creating that environment for that employee to excel and building trust and communication. And I so believe that trickles not into that employee's home, all the company's bottom line for sure, but then when it trickles into the home, it can also trickle into the community. So it's just, good for everyone.
Great response. You started, if I remember correctly, you started at Greenville Tech.
Yes.
Tell me about your experience at Greenville Tech.
I am such a huge fan of Greenville Tech. I got my start there. I did my first 2 years. I was so afraid. I was like, will I fail? And I did great. The support and the staff were so amazing. And then when I transferred to Lander, I was like, well, am I prepared? And Tech prepared me so well that I won the Discipline Award for having the highest GPA in my major and was tutoring advanced stats. And then when I became a professional coach, I knew that I wanted to help in the manufacturing realm. And Tech got it. They understood the vision between coach and that. And I got a couple credentials, ISO 9001 and IETF, and then Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, and then onto Green to Black Belt. And the support in them being able to see my vision and help me create it was just, I wouldn't be where I am if it hadn't been for that kind of support. And I think as a professional coach in the manufacturing realm, it's really important. For me, it was to say, look, I'm a really good coach, but I want you to know I understand process and supply chain.
Stacey, really good stuff. I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome, folks. That is Stacey Bevill. She is the owner and at Golden Career Strategies, and a professional coach, and loved her time at Greenville Tech. Folks, that is another segment called An Executive You Should Know. Let's get back to the episode.